Today I'm very excited because I got something new that I've never tried before, never had before, never done before. And I got parts to build my first custom keyboard. I've been wanting to do this for a long time now. Also, on top of that, I've never tried lubed keys before, or lube switches. But yeah, it's the weekend. I've been holding off all week. The parts came in earlier and I was like, okay, I need to make a video for this. So I'm excited to get into it. And so here are all my parts here. I went with the glorious GMMK Pro, which is a keyboard that a lot of people get when they're first starting to get into custom keyboards. So I guess I could just show you everything that I got. So up here first, I got a very nice red coiled cable. I've never had an aviator cable before, so that's pretty cool. And then I got the Celestial Ice keycaps. These were super expensive, but they look great. Got myself a yellow rotary knob. I got a brass backplate, and I wasn't really sure if I needed this, but I watched somebody else's build. I really liked how his keyboard sounded, and he used one, so to replicate it, that's why I got it. And then of course for the bass, I got the GMMK Pro, and I got it in black. And then I got a couple of their glorious link switches. These are a linear switch. I've just recently come around to liking linears. I heard some people say these are all right. They're a little overpriced. Maybe there's better options for less out there, but I'm just starting out. I figured I'd just get these and play it safe. And then of course I got a couple tools like keycap pullers and brushes. And then I went ahead and grabbed one of their switch lubing stations. It also came with some of this G lube. And I've heard a lot of people say this is okay, but I've heard a lot of people recommend a different lube. So I had to purchase a few extra things from another website. So I ended up getting some 205 lube. Then I got switch films. And then lastly, I got a switch holder. All right, so let me get my monitor here so I just don't end up recording my arm the entire time. And yeah, I'm just really excited for this. I've heard a lot of people say they don't like lubing their switches. It takes too much time or whatever, but I'm excited like the time that I was gonna build my first PC right now. And I don't think we necessarily need the base right now, but let's just open it up just to see what's inside. All right, so first impressions, this is like a nice size. Like all the pictures I see are always of 60% keyboard. So whenever somebody shows one of these, it looks huge, but in person, it's really not that big. Well, I guess here, let me compare it. So here's a 60%, so it's only like that much bigger. And yeah, in person, this black frame, flat black metallic, whatever you want to call it, looks really good. It's nice and dark. Like you could even see the difference between this keyboard and that one. All right, so we could put this aside for now, but yeah, this looks awesome. And it's like pretty hefty too. What do I actually need next? There we go. So there's our brass plate. Here's our little knob. Here are the super expensive keycaps. Well, I say expensive. I'm sure people who do custom keyboards, you know, dump big bucks all the time on keycaps, but they look pretty nice. And let's check out this cable. Yeah, very bright red. I was actually kind of hoping maybe it was a little, maybe slightly darker, but this is just like slushy candy red here, but it looks good. And we got a little switch opener, brush, a nice keycap puller, got a switch puller, and yeah, the last thing is our switches. Ooh, so there they are, that very nice looking blue. Looks like candy or something. Just dump them all out. Woo! Man, I want candy now. And yeah, just playing with these, they feel extremely smooth. The only other linear switch I have in the house is Cherry MX Red, and everybody tells me, oh, those are horrible. And I'm like, they feel all right to me, but now I can see, of course, you know, what they're talking about. This is extremely smooth. All right, so I watched the video, I figured out how to use this switch opener, and I think I'm ready at this point to do my first switch lube. So I put this guy on here, and somehow magically I pull it down without pushing on the top. There we go, it comes apart. So there's that top housing. Here's the stem, I think it's called. Got our spring, and then there's the bottom with the contact in it. So I've heard a lot of people say don't over lube your switches, and I'm not exactly sure, you know, like what happens that's undesirable when you over lube it, but anyway, I'm gonna be following the instructions that I saw. All right, so first I'm gonna get these two little railway. Ooh, I don't think I evenly did it. Like I want to keep dipping it in there and adding more, but I was told that would create undesirable effects. There's a spring. Here's our stem. All right, stem is done. So I guess we can close this one back up now. And now this one should be good to go. This is the first lube switch I've ever done. All right, so I can't stand it. We gotta stop right there and test this. So here's a regular unlubed switch. And then here's the coveted lubed switch. Okay, I didn't even think, like, I put such a small amount of lube on there as I was told. And I'm like, this ain't gonna make a difference. And just fooling with it, I can tell this one's like so clicky. This one's just like butter. So let's put the caps on. Oh, I wasn't even thinking. Here, let me actually put the microphone up there. So non-lube and then lubed. I'm hearing a very small sound difference, but in feel, yeah, this one's definitely nicer now. All right, so I got like a billion of these to do now. And I've heard some people say it'll take them all day to get them done. I feel like it's not gonna take that long, but I guess we'll see. And I guess that'll decide whether I'm able to actually get it all together tonight or if it'll be some other day when I'm finished. Okay, so a quick update. I just finished my first 12 switches there, and it is taking me about 4 minutes or so each switch. So 4 minutes times about 80-ish. Yeah, this is gonna take quite a while. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get done today, but so far they're coming out great. Okay, so I just finished lubing all of my switches. I ended up spreading them out over a couple of days, and it did take quite a while to do these. I did 82 of them for this keyboard, and I dedicated about 4 to 5 minutes of my life to each one of these. So after I lubed my first switch, the second one, I ended up adding a little bit more lube to it, and I thought that it felt and sounded a lot better, so I ended up doing them all that way. So now I'm debating whether I should even bother putting on this back plate or not, because just my little 1 or 2 switch tests sounded pretty good as is. Maybe in a future video, I'll test this one out. Okay, so I thought I was just about ready to finally start putting this thing together, and then I realized I totally neglected these stabilizers here. So they do come pre-lubed, but they don't really feel particularly smooth or great right now. So I feel like if they don't feel good handling them like that, then why would they feel good when I put a key on it? So let me figure out how to do this. Yeah, I think this was the right thing to do because these are starting to feel a lot better. Okay, so I think I'm finally at the fun part where I get to put all the switches in. But first, let me do one more comparison of a lube switch versus a non-lube switch. Okay, so I got all the switches in. I went ahead and tested all of them, and 1 or 2, they didn't sound right, and then apparently I can't count. I was short a few, so I lubed a few more. They're all in, and yeah, this keyboard's not going down without a fight. So we are finally ready to start putting on some of these keycaps. All right, and here's that knob. And then finally, here's our cable. All right, here it is. It's all together and it looks really sharp. And I'm happy with the colors I picked and how they go together because, you know, it looks playful. It looks like a kid's toy, but in reality, it's a seriously nice keyboard. So I'm dying to try this out. So let's go ahead and get some typing tests. So yeah, I think this keyboard sounds and feels really great when you type on it. It's just so buttery. And again, this is my first time using lube switches and it's pretty cool. You know, if you like a smooth feel to your keyboard, this is definitely the way to go. And plus just the sound of it, it just like sounds premium. But yeah, I'm glad I got this. This is a sweet keyboard. But I feel like I'm kind of feeling how most people are after their first custom keyboard. You know, I'm feeling a little beat up. That was a lot of switch lubing. That took a lot of time. And am I happy with how it turned out? Yes. Will I do it again? You know, probably. I might change up my technique a little bit. But like I said, I've been wanting to make a custom keyboard for a long time. And it's actually a funny story because originally I just wanted to solder a keyboard together. I didn't even know about lube switches back then. And so honestly, I just wanted to build a keyboard to say I did it. And I was just going to get regular old Cherry MX switches. And basically at the end of the day, I would have a regular keyboard. I just wanted to say I built it. But I definitely appreciate the hot swap keyboard today. And yeah, that's it. So thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate the support. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys in the next video.